You should come in. And let's see, here you are, and April's in. So I'm gonna make you host. And you guys have a great time.
Thank you. We appreciate it, Gabe. Thanks for the rescue. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
I
Oh,
can
wait.
hear
I
you.
think I have you guys off. Hold on.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, there I can. There, I can hear you. Yay. Okay. Sorry about that little glitch. There was a little bit of miscommunication with who was supposed to post that link.
No problem.
Hopefully, the solution we're working on with everybody, most of the departments and committees having their own Zoom account, we won't have that problem.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Plug this in so we don't end up with any energy issues. Okay, perfect. Take this off. I don't need that in the house. Oh,
You need it outside for sure, though.
yeah, it was a little chilly, although the office was so warm today because I don't know why. It was much. I only heat my house to 60 degrees, and it was way over that at the office today. And I'm only
Oof.
wearing a light jacket and a skirt, and it was hard.
Mm.
Yes, this morning's dog walk was brisk.
I can imagine. I only went from
Peg, you're muted. And Anne where's Anne?
I think she was trying.
We don't have.
Melissa, before we start, has anything changed? I know Gabe was working on it because with the instructions I have for the last meeting worked. And the ones something changed because they wouldn't work for me. Thank you for setting this up.
Oh, not a problem. So what instructions had she given you? Because I'm not aware of the instructions that she had.
Well, not from Gabe. These are instructions I got when George stopped setting up the meetings. And I've been using the instructions I got from, Grace, and they've always worked until tonight.
I don't know.
Okay.
You were able to post the Zoom link and all of that stuff too, or
Yes,
no?
that I was able to post, but I don't know. I don't know why it wouldn't work. Anyway, I'll check, see if something's changed. Hi, Ann. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, check with that. Although I know Gabe had checked with Grace about the link earlier today, and I'm not sure. So we are moving to a part where multiple committees and boards, 10 or 11, will have their own Zoom license. So they will have their own Zoom to do with what they will, and they won't have to worry about other meetings. We can have 10, 15, 20 meetings all going on at the same moment in time.
No, not that.
So there won't be the sharing and the overreaching and all of that stuff will be disappearing.
Okay, because I was just wondering if that had started, because for some reason it didn't work. But anyway, in any case.
What is that may be, what was the email address for the Zoom that you have?
Meeting post 2@gmail.com.
Yeah, very well, because we have the other one now. That one has moved into, so, or that one, because it was generic and not to the town, has maybe been deleted. So
yeah, I better get up there and I just didn't know it had changed. And
it probably was in the last week. It has not been that long.
Okay, well, good, because I was panicking. I was thinking, oh no.
Don't do that.
What are you gonna do? Okay, it makes me feel better. Well, welcome everybody. Let's I move that we start our meeting, and are we starting to record?
It automatically records.
Okay, it's recording. Yeah. So it is 5:39. Okay, meeting is starting and we have everybody here. And our first item on the agenda, hold on a second, is to appoint Kathy as the official rep on the town administrator search, correct?
So
Yeah.
All right.
I'll move to nominate Kathy to be our rep for the town administrator search.
Second,
So, okay, all those in favor? April,
Stein, aye.
Brigham, I.
Ross, I.
Makepeace O'Neill, I.
Salvador, I.
Okay.
Salvador,
Kathy.
aye.
Thank you. Thank you
We're
very
very
much.
enthusiastic about that.
So yes,
Much
thank you so much
appreciated.
for
Thank you.
volunteering.
Thank you, Kathy.
You're
Oh.
welcome. We'll
It's
try to
gonna
find
be-
an ace town administrator.
I have no doubt you will.
I
We've
read
posted
it,
it
I read in the
several
paper
places.
that Granby is now looking for a town administrator. I just read it in the paper today or yesterday.
From a retirement.
Yes,
So we've
Lot
got
of
a little
people are-
competition.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
another
So we've-
small town.
okay.
We've
So we
posted it in a
also-
few
second-
places. So we
What,
posted
Melissa?
it on the. We've posted it in a few places. One was MMA website, and
Okay.
I put it up on Indeed. There may be one or two other places. So
Yeah,
hopefully-
great.
Kathy, do you have any, from your background, do you think there's any place else that you can think of we should post it?
Those are good sites, obviously, for town roles. I think Rita had luck with her own personal networking to find Gabe. So I
Yeah,
don't
there
know
was a
if,
listserv there or some sort
Mhm.
of old-fashioned
Yeah.
tool before we had all the internet stuff.
yeah. And sometimes that works just as well or better. So
Is
no, I
LinkedIn,
can't. Go ahead.
I'm just wondering, do people still use LinkedIn or is that passe?
No,
It's another place to search.
My feeling about LinkedIn when I used to use it is you have to be careful because people tend to embellish who they are or what they do a little bit. So you just have to be cautious when you're using information that you glean from LinkedIn. I don't know what your experience has been with it, but
None,
Yes.
zero.
I mean, you can get the same thing with resumes too, but
Yeah.
I found that a lot of candidates tended to boast a little bit more on LinkedIn than maybe they should.
Well, thank you for volunteering.
Yes,
Sure.
much appreciated. Okay,
Sure.
let's move on. Has everybody had a chance to look? Thank you, Melissa, for sending that out.
You're
The,
welcome, and I'll share my screen so we can do it
Oh,
similar
good.
to last
Wonderful.
time. If
Wonderful.
that works for everybody.
That's
Let me just
great.
find it.
I'm looking for the Oxford commas.
I didn't look for those. I thought we could have a shared experience and look for those together.
Oh, I found one needed. I love that.
I do too, and I want to review the rule about the Oxford comma when we get there.
Okay.
What,
Wow.
oh,
Peg did some
Yeah.
research.
I'm really into this.
So I
Okay.
can you see my cursor on this? I'm using two monitors. Can you see my cursor on the
Yep.
Yes,
you just
yes.
Mhm.
and for those who don't operate with all of this formatting stuff, I'm going to remove that because it can be distracting. So
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks. That's helpful.
Yeah.
that's how
I
I
guess-
type. I like it on so I can format as I go, but not everybody likes that. So.
Mm-mm.
Well, I'm glad you can do that. Any comments above the solid black line?
Let me give you a
Yes.
little bit of a rundown because there is a change
Okay.
in job title.
Okay,
It went from, and I can give you a little bit of history and background for that. So, or a little bit of current history and background for that. So it was admin secretary prior,
right,
and Gabe has been helpful in identifying that had, and unfortunately we lost Abby. She decided that it was with her
too much.
family obligations that bringing the 20 hours into her schedule wasn't going to work for her. But that gave us a chance to look at the job description, which we were already doing after the TA had gone on to Sunderland. So in doing so, there was the identified need of potentially having someone at town hall at least more steady, because one of the things that that was noticed over time is that the town administrator played the role of being that first person in line for anyone who came through the door, even though her office was further down the line.
Right.
And so that there is a benefit to having an admin assistant that can help alleviate some of those tasks that the town administrator might get bogged down with, and more of the paperwork related. We'll see some of that as we go through it, but that was the background for changing to admin assistant instead of admin secretary, and then grading it up higher to be more competitive range of hourly rate. So, and increasing the hours to 32, so that Monday through Thursday there would be someone steady in the town hall.
So this is different than an assistant town administrator. It's one step down. So that's okay. And is there any
One
talk
step
about?
down, but also the ability to be used by multiple departments if needed, right?
Okay.
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
And is there any way, do you think, to move this office to the front? I know
that
that would be,
location, that's logistics is something that we'll have to that was my thought.
Mhm.
But logistics, that building is full, and um I think that that probably is a good discussion once the library is built and the library moves to the new library. There is the use
Mhm.
of a building that would be repurposed, obviously. So I think that alleviates some, it allows for some movement. Right now, that the town hall really is stuffed to its gills on that first floor where all the services are. You know, and most, I think everybody's been in there. Um, So that's it with that. But that's a question I asked too. Maybe having a front desk person, this person being that front desk person
Yes.
and task person in this way, right? So yeah,
and
because everybody else is part time and their hours are 10 to 2, or and this would just be a permanent kind of presence in the town hall.
Is there any way now, is the copier still across from Grace's
It
office?
is, yeah. That's also where the bathroom is. No one wants to sit there.
Oh,
Can't blame them.
righty.
well, and generally, I don't think we put actual salaries on a job description. I mean, we may have it sort of noted, but I don't think that
Was it? Well, give me a second. Let me look. I think there was something there. Or it might not have been. Hold on, I lost my cursor. Let me just glance real quick. So I don't know if I have the older version. I might.
Well, I'm just looking at, just this is a something we looked at in 23 for the tree warden, which is a moot point because we don't have one anymore. But the salary range was put at hourly rate. Because I'm not sure we have set salary. Yeah, I'm looking at the assessor's clerk, there's no salary.
I didn't, and while you're looking at that, I did not know we no longer have a tree warden.
Well, the tree warden got
Oh, it
folded
was
into
left
this
blank on the
chief.
last one too. It was April. You're right. It was left blank.
Yeah, I'm just, the tree warden became, that role went to the fire chief,
No,
That's,
I'm
oh,
sorry,
that's
the highway super.
blended into that highway superintendent.
Yeah.
right.
Those guys.
Right, highway super, okay, all right,
Yeah.
got that, and now
They
I
were the
remember.
ones oftentimes doing the tasks that the tree warden
Yeah.
would need done. So
Right,
it seemed like a natural
So
connection.
I guess I would just suggest that the salary range be not put on the job description. I would,
Probably there because the job was regraded and they were thinking
yeah,
out loud, but I think as long as the grade is referenced, your internal documents are gonna have the
Right.
range, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what do you think, Anne? I agree if, if
Oh,
we
yeah.
do,
Yep. I agree.
okay,
We have a rogue. We have a rogue. I don't know what you call that. That's not an Oxford.
It's a
It's a,
rogue.
That was a rogue, comma.
it's a wild comma.
All right, I can scroll down.
And I guess the reviewed would then be January 2025, just that date,
Mhm.
Great idea.
God willing.
yep, I have that on my notes.
Okay. Yeah.
All right,
All right, now I'll scroll down.
so I can't quite, on my computer, I can barely see there is a line going through what you're crossing out.
Yes,
Right.
there is a line going through. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
Yep. Yep. Yes, there's a line going through.
okay, thank you. I just can't quite see it in my,
That's fine.
I can see what you put in, I just can't see what on the up above.
It is hard to say, although I could use this might make it easier. So rather than a single, I can do double.
Push you guys aside too.
There you go. Is that better? Peg?
Yes, thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
much
I'll use
better.
the double.
Okay, so moving along, position summary. Any comments on that? Why don't we just move down, okay, essential duties and responsibilities?
I had
I-
a couple of,
Yeah.
just
Go
a couple quick editing things on that first bullet point, Melissa.
Yep.
Including such things as, I don't think we usually include such things as, I think you can just delete that. So it says including opening, sorting, answering, and or referring. I would delete that. I would also delete the before the mail and the email. Just have it be answering and or referring, mail, email. I don't know how people feel about that, but it just.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, but I do agree with you with such things as, I had that crossed off as well.
I agree.
But, what about you, Kathy and April?
Yeah,
Okay
I
with that?
agree.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Moving down into those three bullets.
This is one I'm gonna change right here. We haven't decided what we're using for file management yet. So I'm gonna
Okay.
just highlight that because it may be OneDrive, it could be Google Drive, it could be just some other cloud-based option. So and maybe we just put uploading meeting documents to, cloud-based.
Okay,
So I'm not quite sure that I have to talk with the select board about because we haven't decided which version, what to use yet.
okay.
So
And Melissa, is there a reason those 3 bullet points are indented more?
no, it's just formatting,
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
Thank you.
which I'll take part later.
Yes, I thought that might be it, but I just wanted
Yeah.
to make sure they weren't like some.
Yeah, because on the one that
I
on the older
figure
one,
out-
they're all the same, and it's just Gabe uses Mac. Oh no, she doesn't use a Mac, but these were done initially on a Macintosh, so the formatting doesn't convert well.
Right.
So, and on the, what is it, the last two bullets, you just need some periods at the end of the,
This one.
couple
Well-
periods missing there.
I also had a question on that works with the select board to create the meeting agenda. I assumed that was really the town administrator would work with the select board chair, and that
Oh.
this job would be sort of the backstop maybe.
So,
Yes.
yes, the town administrator does help identify objects on the agenda.
Mhm.
This particular piece is that they track what we've asked to be on the agenda and create the agenda document and help us save the stuff for the agenda. So they're doing the back work. So you're right, it is a backstop, but they're helping us. So, like, say if I want something on the agenda, I'll send it to TA, but also to the the administrative assistant, say, please put this on the agenda, here's the back documents, and that will magically happen, so that the TA is not sitting there having to type out all this stuff as it's coming in. It's being added to agendas over the course of time. Does that make sense? So the person doing the actual creating of the documents that we need would be the admin assistant under the direction of the TA. So
And maybe, yeah, maybe that needs to be added. Just that
Well,
under.
I wonder though,
It's
April,
under
based on what
direction.
Melissa just said, it sounds like this seemed clear to me, because I think what Melissa is describing is that the select board and the TA might develop the items for the meeting agenda,
Yes.
right? And
then
this,
this person
but
does the
creating
back.
the meeting agenda, this sounds clear to me, because it
Mhm.
feels like the agenda is the document, not the items.
Yes. I see what you're
In the
saying.
background,
Yeah.
what you see posted online is just a copy of the agenda document we use during our meeting. So that document Becky had created and done, but to alleviate some of the more mundane tasks, having the admin assistant doing that physically is a better task for
Okay,
someone at
okay.
that level than it is the, you know.
That clarification,
Yeah.
that helps. That helps. I guess I was seeing it from a different angle.
Yeah, not the items that are
Yeah.
on the agenda, but creating the physical.
The actual agenda.
If I had paper, it'd show, you know, but the actual physical agenda.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so those 3 bullets that are indented will be moving
They'll be
out.
moved out. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, any other concerns about the 3 indented bullets that we talked about?
I have, I have a
Go ahead.
couple
Go ahead, Ann.
things.
Okay.
And
In
go
the
ahead.
second bullet, I think you just need a comma after departments. X as a liaison to the departments, comma, receiving and keeping records.
Yes, good point.
And then the third bullet, this is more of a grammatical thing. Technically, that's saying that the employee, the person themselves, are secretive, and I don't think that's what we
Oh,
mean.
no. We
Um,
want them to
So
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could say, and also to match the use of active verbs in the previous 2 bullets, if you could say something like maintains confidentiality
Mhm.
Yeah.
with records of, or while working with records of extremely sensitive matters. I don't know, Kathy, do you have a?
Yeah, that's perfect. Exactly
Okay.
the way you said it. Yep.
Well, working with, let's see, maintains
Records of
confidentiality.
extremely, and I don't know that you need extremely. I think
Yeah.
sensitive covers that. I think
we
everybody
can
knows
just
what
leave
that
it as
means.
sensitive because, you know.
Yeah, the ones that aren't so sensitive, don't.
Yeah. I
Have
know.
at it.
Moderately
Yeah.
sensitive.
Yeah. And they're mildly sensitive. Sensitive on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Less
All right,
sensitive on
okay.
Fridays as you're trying to get things done, you know.
Right.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Okay, sounds good. So you're going, okay, we've crossed that out and, okay, excellent, good. Good point, good point.
Yes.
Okay, going down to further bullets and onto the next page.
I think the next one below the yellow is pretty
That's
self-explanatory.
pretty clear.
Yes, right.
Who posts the minutes of the meetings?
So, the admin secretary or the administrative assistant now creates the minutes, and then Grace usually posts them. They usually go to Grace, although some committees do post their own, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But for the select board, it usually goes combination between town administrator, admin secretary, and Grace.
And you know, I looked back and the person, I've never posted them as, because if you go back in history, they haven't been posted for years. Is there a reason for that?
Oh.
Oh, we can catch up as we can maybe they fell through the cracks. We don't have I will check on that. I know that there's many that the select board's minutes have been a little bit had not been flowing out as fast as we had
Mhm.
been meeting. Of course, we've been meeting every week now, so
Yeah,
causes a little bit of a backlog. But I'll check on that.
but well, I'm just wondering, like,
Do they go to Grace though? Do you know if they were submitted to Grace?
I don't know, because I've never done it because George never did it and it wasn't done before then. And I don't know,
I will
I've
look
just
into that.
sort of left it open.
I will get the answer to that question.
Okay. And if, it'll be interesting what, how far back do you go? I mean, it goes back ages. I mean, I've got minutes and George has minutes, I'm sure, but,
Yeah.
okay,
Well,
moving. Yeah.
I'll check in. I check in with Gabe on Tuesdays, just to let her know that they haven't been posted because she's helping us catch up on things. And so,
Mhm.
but then and we'll loop Grace in if we need to. Grace may have them. She may not. I don't know. So let me start
Mhm.
there first.
Okay. You're gonna
What's that?
probably, you're
Sorry,
probably, that's okay. You're probably gonna hear they haven't been submitted because I haven't been contacted and I know George didn't do it and I know before that Tom Armstrong,
Ralph.
he didn't do it.
Ralph,
Oh, well,
Ralph.
that's not an excuse. It's just that I never went any further with it. So,
No, that's and since we have them all and they've all been voted on, I think that we can. It should be easy to catch it up. So
okay. All right. Okay, going to the next two bullets at the top of the page.
okay.
I just think I can't, this might be me, but is that after that, at the end of that first line, Melissa, is that a rogue period?
Yep. Look, we have rogue commas and rogue periods. My goodness.
Oh, I'm gonna write that down. I like road period. I like that.
Oh, Melissa,
Back in the day.
I like rogue things. Yes,
Everybody's going rogue.
I know.
All
Yeah.
right.
Doesn't look like spell check likes this one. And it wants to put an and there.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. This first bullet, are we good with that? Shall we do what? I guess that is an and, isn't it?
Which one? By the end.
Right at
Before maintains.
So what do we do with that comma? After
What do you
website.
think, April?
I think keep it. Keep it. We are going to raise the status of the town.
Right.
It's me.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay, so
Okay.
the end is highlighted yellow.
I just added it. I just
Okay,
want to make sure when I add something, I go back and when I do the formatting, make sure it all works.
okay, okay. And
Okay, that's fine.
And the next one, take out the comma after closures and add an and. I think that reads better.
Agree.
That's an Oxford and.
That's a nothing. That's just a conjunction.
That's just a correction.
Yeah, it's
I shouldn't
one
say it's a nothing. It's
Yeah.
just
Did
Hurt
any,
feelings.
did any of you ladies diagram sentences in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
8th grade.
they had thrown that out by the
Yeah.
time I got there.
Or
Miss-
yeah,
Miss-
maybe junior high. Didn't you,
Yeah.
did you like it? I loved
I
it.
loved it. I loved it.
They don't do anything like that anymore. No
Mrs.
diagram.
Yeah. Mrs.
Gone by the
McGrath.
wayside.
8th
Okay,
grade.
back to what we
Anyway.
were doing. Yeah, I love the diagramming. Okay, moving down.
Yep.
Responsible for, let's see.
I would make that again to make it the same as the other ones. I would just say assembles and distributes town newsletter. So it starts with
Yes,
those.
exactly. That's what I had down.
Toss this out.
And you will need a period at the end of that.
Mhm.
Well, we used up our rogue one.
Uh-oh.
Assembles and distributes.
Yeah.
Town
Assembles
newsletter.
and distributes town newsletter, period. All right, next bullet. Comments.
I didn't understand that bullet. I'm sorry. it just seemed like there was a lot. Assist town departments, volunteer boards and committees coordinating scheduling and publication of the newsletter. But I didn't understand what that had to do with assisting the town departments.
So.
And then the
so what
liaison
this-
piece, it just,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead, Melissa.
Yep, so the first sentence there, so what the position would do is based on the admin secretary, is that they prompt the departments and the volunteer boards and the committees to submit something for the newsletter on a quarterly-ish basis. So, so that's how, and they collect them, and then they give them to the person, Janice Gray, or helps collect them for Janice, or whoever's, is helping with the newsletter
Yeah.
assembly.
And then is the second sentence, because that seems like a completely different responsibility.
Yeah,
So should it be its own bullet point?
the access liaison should, between the
I
select board,
think,
town
I think
administrator.
the editing had so let's try this. That does make better sense with that second sentence.
Well, and why not just say, rather than access liaison, is liaison?
Liaison,
Or-
just the,
yeah.
Mhm.
Or well, if it's a verb, you would liaise.
Uh-oh,
Whoa.
Now we're getting fancy.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Liaison between the select board, town administrator, and residents and services.
It's just
You
like,
could also, you could
it
take
should be a verb because all your other bullet points start with verbs. I feel,
Can you
I feel
spell
very
that for
strong.
me,
I feel
Jen?
very strongly about that.
So maybe we should leave the
Might have
access.
noticed.
I like access. I think it's getting a little too fancy there. Well, let's, what do
I'm
you-
fine
what-
with access, but I could go
okay,
either way.
Okay. Sorry,
All right.
Ann. Okay, and also, I think after residents, how about putting a period and serves with a capital? Eliminate the and, does that work? Or not?
Got a bunch of
Services
spaces there.
liaison.
Oh, that's,
Acts as liaison between select board, town administrator.
And residents, period. Serves as,
residents.
does that work for everybody else?
So if we put a period here and then take this out,
Yeah. And the capital S. Because that next sentence is a little bit longer. Is that okay for folks?
Mhm.
Mhm.
sorry, can we go back up to the bullet above?
where are we going?
Could we just, because Melissa, when you explained that, it made a lot of sense to me, but
This here?
yeah, when you
Okay.
said that it was assisting them in submitting items, is there some way we can make it clear that the assisting town departments, volunteer boards and committees has to do with assisting them and that it's very
How about
newsletter
assist and
specific?
coordinates with town departments, volunteer boards and committees for. Hold on, let me read it down below. Let's try this out.
Oh, well, you could do coordinates, submit, it's like coordinates newsletter submissions.
Oh, that's better.
What's
Yes.
what's
Mhm.
scheduling? What's
I
the
don't-
scheduling?
I don't get that.
How do you,
That would be the deadlines for
Mhm.
publication.
oh, okay.
So the scheduling and the publication, so this person also helps coordinate the scheduling of when it's printed and or publication.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
So-
coordinate.
Newsletter submissions, scheduling and publication.
Yeah, so submissions from town departments, volunteer boards and committees. Coordinates newsletter submissions from, by, for.
Hold on a second.
Wait a minute, assist town
Oh, it's a mouthful.
coordinates newsletter
You need the
submissions.
S and newsletter there.
Oh, yeah, that would be helpful. Spelling correctly. My bad typing skills. Coordinates newsletter submissions from town departments, volunteer boards, and committees. And then no, that doesn't work.
Could you just,
That was better in my head, not as I was typing it.
I know, I know that phrase makes it a mouthful.
Or maintains the schedule for publication.
Say that
um,
again, April?
Maintains the schedule for publication of the town's newsletter, of our town. The
Well,
news-
how about if you just say and maintains publication schedule? Does that work?
Yes,
Yep.
That's good, April.
we're a team.
And you said and maintains
Maintains.
publication?
Publications schedule.
That's definitely going to need an Oxford comma
Yes.
Uh-oh.
after
No.
committees.
Oh, yeah.
After committees,
No,
you know?
no, after volunteer boards. After boards. It's the series and a list.
Okay,
So it's like town departments, volunteer boards, and committees are a series of things.
or take away the and for committees, the volunteer boards, committees.
Wait, why would you do that?
Those three
No, 'cause
things are
that's
the
one thing.
things.
That's
Yeah.
one thing.
Okay.
That's the
And
coordinating the
committees.
submissions. That's one item.
Okay,
I mean,
And
we
the
could
maintain.
replace the and after committees with as well as, but if you don't
I
like
think
to do ands,
no,
April.
no, that's okay, that's
No,
okay.
I think it's good the way it is. That's my
I think
vote.
yeah, I'll let it rest.
Okay,
I'm gonna add this in. Okay.
and we need a bullet.
I'll add that after. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Should that go before assembles and distributes town newsletter, maybe just in order?
Oh, good one. Yes.
That's
Yep.
yes.
Yes,
I mean, they should go together. Good catch.
Or together, yeah. I didn't know if you'd want to keep them as separate essential functions or,
Well, they are separate. They're a little bit separate tasks because distributing them, we may have a different act of distributing them. We are pondering saving the cost of postage and paper and offering those who wish to, which we'd have to decipher how to decipher that, who would like to get it from a PDF
Mhm.
in their email and who wants to maintain on the physical mailing list.
Mhm.
There's a significant cost to the town to mail these out,
Mm-hmm.
and then mine I know ends up in the recycling bin. So at some point down in history in the road. So we create them, people read them and digest them, and then they're recycled. So maybe there's a more efficient way to do that for people.
okay.
So
Well, we can convince people that if they get it by email or in a PDF, they can always go back and refer to it, but they can't if it's in the recycle bin and gone.
right. I mean, we always do post it on the PDF on the website anyway, but
Okay.
but we also have the cost of all that paper and
Yeah.
printing, postage. So
True.
Paper is obsolete.
and
Okay.
you need it,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I have this.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Paper.
still very paper oriented. I'm trying to figure out how to work that in.
Yeah, you're at the edge of the generation that still uses paper.
Yeah, I learned to type on a typewriter.
I'm really into it. I'm in that generation that really still does use paper.
Yeah, I still read
Yeah.
books.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Look,
I
books.
read books too.
I do too.
Better for the eyes
And the soul.
and the
And the
soul.
soul.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, where are we?
Access liaison.
Right? I think we finished that, which I spelled it incorrectly.
It has a
So
lot of
sorry about
eyes.
that
Just,
for all
yeah,
those
there you go.
people. Yeah.
It's French
Um,
words.
And
So yeah, that serve shouldn't be capitalized, just that little thing.
serves as,
Yeah.
that is capitalized.
That's gonna be a
Oh, yeah, it
separate,
should be.
separate
That's right.
line.
Yeah, we
That's right. That's
crossed
right.
out the and. Yeah,
That's right.
And then the next one was responds to,
Inquiries needs an I.
I don't even see that in mine. Where is that? Okay, yep. Request for assistance. No, I refer citizens to appropriate departments. I underlined that and put a question mark, and I don't know why. In that first
so
sentence.
did you not like the sentence, or do you want the definition of what that might be?
I put a question mark, and right now I can't tell you why. I have it in there.
If it's an explanation of it, would be the person, if someone comes to them about, they have a drainage issue on their road, they might be referred to the highway department. If
Mhm.
if they need something to do with their evaluation, they might be guided to the assessor's office or to Ellen, that sort of thing. So just kind of the person that would just kind of, like, oh,
Yeah,
the person you
but-
need to speak to is
Yeah,
this,
a resource.
yeah,
Yeah,
resource.
I don't know why I underlined it, but it makes perfect sense to have it there, so I'm just gonna cross off that question mark that I had there. Let's see, if deemed a sensitive matter, it gets referred to. I think you have, it gets referred to at the end of that paragraph. You have TA and then select board. I think you should have town administrator written out rather than just TA or
Yep.
select board.
Yeah.
That one, so I have two questions about this. The investigate starts a new sentence, but I'm not really sure why, because these all seem to be a series of, you
Yeah,
have the
actions.
semicolons. It just seems like it's continuing that same. So I might replace that period with a semicolon. And then the last one, if deemed a sensitive matter, it gets referred. That seems more of a description of what needs to happen. So I wonder if it could just say refers sensitive matters to
Mhm.
town administrator.
Mhm. Yeah, and
That's
that
better.
makes sense,
Like
yes.
that better. Oh, it's a small R.
Yeah, smaller. Sorry, Melissa, I took you away
No,
before
that's
you
fine.
finished the other one.
I do a lot of, we do a lot of capitalization in construction where we leave it, which doesn't follow grammar. So everything seems to start with a capital. And then this would be lowercase. Okay.
And then just delete, it gets referred after matters. Refer sensitive matters to.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, that's good.
I do see that Tom has his hand up, Peg. I know you're the chair. I don't know if you want to recognize a member of the public. We haven't really had the public join our meetings.
No.
So
So do you want to do that, Melissa? Can you?
I can ask, yeah, sir, Tom.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I just had a really small comment on this bullet item about the word citizens, please. It's come up at 2 town meetings recently and whatnot. Perhaps the word residents would be more appropriate, or members of the public, because there's this new initiative about
Oh,
welcoming
right.
people who aren't official citizens in the town,
Oh,
but still
that's great.
That's
live here.
catch.
Yeah.
Good point.
You also have a good point too, Tom, because sometimes people come and they're not even residents of Shutesbury. They're
I know, I wondered if
public
maybe
in
members of
general.
the public or something like that,
Yeah.
or beyond residents even might capture more people. who could show up in town hall.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
it could be anyone
I think
who's
that's a
really
great
driving by, to be
suggestion.
But
honest.
mostly I just wanted to suggest a different word from citizens,
Yeah.
please.
Good
Thank
catch.
I
you.
like that. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for recognizing me.
Mhm. Sorry, I just saw the hand at the end. Okay,
I don't know.
Okay.
That's what I
Language
heard.
is powerful.
It
Yes,
can,
it
yeah.
is.
Word choice, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
okay, so directs corrective action, period. That's not a semicolon, that's become a period, that very last.
Direct corrective.
sentence,
No,
and
that's a semicolon right
No,
there.
it's a semicolon.
I
does it
wonder
stay
if this would help.
Okay.
Let me know if this makes it any larger for anybody. Hold on. Is that better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Whoa, that's much better. Doesn't, even you could go down a notch if you want, it doesn't make any difference.
I feel like we're at
Like this
the
too
eye
big?
doctor. We're at the eye doctor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can we
I
read
can
the
read
bottom
that with my
row?
glasses off.
Yeah, I can. Well, no, well, sort of. I have like a 24-inch screen that it fills the screen. So, I'm trying not to
So-
make it too big for you. Get the smaller screens. So that one's okay. We feel
Yeah.
warm and
Mhm.
fuzzy. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like
Organizes
that.
and maintains preparation and printing of annual town report.
That's good.
Handles requests for renewals of commercial licenses and permits. Collects records and transfers fees to treasurer. I would say transfer fees. I would almost say they really hand it off. They're not really transferring anything. Just a check comes in, a check is handed forward to the treasurer.
So just say forwards.
Oh, good.
Just use
Yeah,
that-
this makes it sound like there's an actual transaction.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
that's a good one, Peg.
Okay, well,
And should each of these things be a separate bullet?
Um,
You mean
Maybe.
prepares annual, those Kathy, each sentence?
Yeah. Yeah, because
okay, so
they don't really,
license
they don't really relate
reports
to
and-
each other.
Yeah.
Well, they do. This one might. So see these two here, the ABCC, which I'll spell out, and then the entertainment business licenses. This is what that is referring to. So
Yeah, I think I'm talking about the annual reports and actually, it's
I'm
only
sorry.
just the annual reports one in the middle of that bullet about the licenses.
oh,
There is
yeah.
an annual report to the ABCC.
Okay, okay,
So it's not related to the
Huh.
one above it.
okay.
Well, can you just add that in then? Prepares annual reports
Or
to the.
maybe, yeah,
Yeah,
or
so that it's
prepares
clear.
required reports. So it doesn't get confused with the annual town.
License related annual reports.
Good,
Perfect.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
like that.
That way it pulls it out from above.
License related will have a hyphen.
Thank you. We're just using all types of
We are learning.
punctuation tonight. The only thing we haven't used is a backslash and exclamation point.
Well, hopefully we won't have an exclamation point.
Or a smiley. We need a smiley face.
Yeah, when can we start using emojis in job descriptions? Wouldn't that be a hoot?
Would that be fun?
I
Maybe
know,
not.
right?
That would, that would be interesting.
Um,
I forget what that other C is.
Control commission,
Yes,
Or-
control. Thank you.
control.
And should the alcoholic be capitalized and entertainment capitalized? at the beginning of the A.
This one here?
No, up by the lowercase a, the first
Yeah.
A, is lowercase a and lowercase b.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
Not
good
that it-
question. Would it be capitalized? Well, it's
No.
after a period, so yes, it would be.
You wanna, you have a red underline under alcoholic, you might wanna respell that one.
Yeah, I
Is
know.
it alcoholic or is it alcohol?
It's alcoholic.
Really?
Which is strange. I looked it up because I thought the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
I've
mean, I
just
guess it's
stared
because
at
it's an-
this. I've just stared at
Imagine.
this for like since well Thanksgiving. We had there's some institutional knowledge left with the prior admin secretary, so we had to figure it out. But yeah, it's alcoholic. It's I was
Okay,
like
yeah.
Sounds
I
weird.
thought it was incorrectly spelled in the form that I was working on. And I'm like, well, it's their own thing.
So, I'm sorry, on
go
the next line, there's another alcohol beverage commission that needs alcoholic as
we
well.
can take that out. We can. I think what they were
It's
doing
duplicate.
is this. I
Okay,
think what they were doing is this.
Yeah.
I think that's what was meant to be done. I think
perfect.
it was reversed, whereas ABCC and then they had reversed it.
Okay,
We'll follow what our usual standard is. Oops. This okay. I'll fix that after.
okay.
Peg, do you see Tom's hand is up?
Oh, there's Tom's.
No, oh, now it's up. Okay, you got him, Melissa?
Yep. Go ahead, Tom.
Yes, Tom.
Thanks. Just very quick, it's beverages for the ABCC.
Thank you.
Sure.
Beverages.
Oh,
Oh, that makes, okay.
okay. Are we all set to move to the next bullet?
Yep.
Any comments, any editorial comments on that one? I hadn't seen,
No.
nope. Okay, so we'll move to the next one, under the general direction of
Wait,
and
wait, wait.
select board.
Can you go
Yes.
back up to the schedules of appointments of town officials? Some of that is in conjunction with the town moderator, I believe, or,
This is the reappointment letters. This is after people have been appointed and they get
Okay.
a letter saying you've been appointed or congratulations, you've been reappointed.
fine.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. Okay.
So
But I
you've
know
got,
I took a second and when I read it the first time, I went, oh wait, this is the after.
Yep.
Oops, sorry.
so you've got reappointment with a hyphen and then without a hyphen in that sentence.
Do we have a preference?
Oh,
I guess.
Oh,
I think it's
Although
one.
it does the spell check doesn't like it hyphenated.
you know what?
No.
Yes, I was gonna say, I checked that on that one, and there's no hyphen. There's no hyphen in reappointment. Good. Okay, next bullet.
Under the general direction and in support of the select board, provides clerical support. This is a widow line, which we'll have to move up,
Mm.
for the town administrator and other town offices. And I'm going to take out 4.
Yeah. And then
Mhm.
April, what's needed?
oh, an Oxford comma.
Ah, put that in after offices. Oxford comma, I'm writing OC.
Ooh, getting
Oh.
fancy.
Yeah.
You passed the
Never knew.
test, April.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Oh, it's good.
It's a good thing.
Okay, moving along.
Melissa, on that next one, again, just to make it be a verb, I might say prepares weekly town invoices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, town, we'll
we
get
don't
rid
need
of this
that
too, because
either.
I think that's what you meant when you said that.
Yep.
Wow, is this person ever gonna go home?
No, they're
know.
supposed to stay there.
Yeah.
I'd like them to have my job description.
Unbelievable.
Let's see, maintains building files and special assignments.
You need a period after PFAS project.
Should that be, what is that? Should it be spelled out?
Probably.
It's the
Water issue.
it's the water issue.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's normally called,
we'll
it's
do it
normally,
this way. We'll add water to it, so
yes.
it's a very long name, and
It
there's
Okay.
there's 6 of them that fall under
Okay.
that word. So we'll just
And-
leave it as the water. Part.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
really
where an
known.
acronym is probably the most appropriate.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's most, normally referred to as PFAS.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
moving along.
Okay, well, wait, hold on, Peg.
Oh.
And is that an example of a special assignment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, then the IE should be EG.
Oh, my God.
IE means that is.
I'm
means
writing
what
this
does
down.
IE mean?
That is. So if it was a
Oh.
synonym for special assignments, you would use that. But if you want to indicate an example, you use EG. Don't ask me the Latin that they.
I'm writing this down. Per,
EG, you got it, Melissa, and then a comma after that. Perfect.
nice.
Does
It's
that
just-
mean example given? I
Yeah,
just made that up.
no, that
I
could be.
don't, I think that is a great modern, I don't know. I assume it's something Latin, but I actually don't know.
Exempli gratia.
I was just gonna say that. I took
Say that,
Latin in
say
high
that
school
one
and
more time,
college.
Tom.
Good one.
Exempli gratia.
Love it.
That isn't Latin though, is it? It sounds like it's Italian almost.
It's Latin.
The
It's
first
Latin.
Related.
probably
Sister Mary
has
Lou
three
Wright
times
drilled it into our heads.
Kathy, I hope you're not having PTSD
A
here.
little bit, I will admit, but
Okay, on the next, are we moving on?
Yeah.
Everybody, okay, on the next bullet, I just put, wow, next to it. Any other duties assigned by the select board? Wow. That's a lot. I mean, maybe you need to put that in there, but that seems like this person's gonna be
Yeah,
busy.
there's in every job description, there's always that 5% of any other duties assigned.
Okay,
that should be the last bullet after the next.
Yeah, it
Yep,
actually
I
should
agree,
be.
Kathy. I
Yes.
had that too.
all right, I had that. Yeah, I have an arrow going down.
Yeah.
Blank bullet there, a rogue bullet. There you go.
Fill in the
Oh,
blank.
nice. And you want to double space it,
Now we need a space.
another space in between. Okay, so we have,
Oh,
One
I
more
see
bullet.
another Oxford comma. Right
where?
here,
Yep.
right after
Right there.
orientation.
There we go.
Wow.
Who would have thought personnel board would be a grammar lesson and a
I
fun
know.
one?
No, it's awesome.
Okay, pretty good at this.
We are.
Tom's
Okay.
gonna keep coming back.
I see an opportunity for a slash, a backslash.
You do? Where?
Go
Oh,
back up
yes,
this-
you're right. With and or.
Right?
Oh, God.
We got one.
Yes, we got one.
Oh,
We
And
could
or.
put an exclamation point at the end of that sentence to really reinforce that there could be any other duties, but
That's,
that might be overkill.
that's right.
we don't want to scare the person away before
I
they
know.
Okay, somebody's upset the dog.
No,
Which-
it's just me barking at a car.
Okay, okay, so,
Shush.
moving on. education experience license requirements.
Wow, is that enough education, a high school diploma or general or GED? Would you want to put some college preferred? Or is that restricting it too much?
Well, that's my title is administrative assistant, and that's what mine's required for. And you really do need something in addition.
Might as well
some
shoot for
special
the
training.
moon, see what you get.
Don't you think the select board needs to decide that, though?
Yeah, let me ask that question here. That's a good question.
Okay.
But that also
Do we-
might
Do we want a
impact the,
preference?
might impact the grade of the position.
Oh, that's a good point, April.
But if it's
Well,
only
in a job
preferred,
ad, you could put, like, this is just the job description, but when you write a job ad, you can put, like 2 years equivalent experience or something like that, right? So
Mhm.
in a job ad, you could put that,
right.
this being the job description. That's a good question. Kathy, what do you think from your experience?
We, if we were really looking for an ace, we would add something like that, that it would be preferred. But if we were having a hard time searching, we even started to get away from high school diploma required, and in some instances, high school diploma or GED preferred because the labor market was so poor.
Wow.
Yeah, sad commentary on our society, but
Yeah. I mean, given all the responsibilities.
yeah, you really need somebody with their head on straight. But you could get an ace high school graduate.
Oh, absolutely. But I think
Well,
for
and if you
looking,
think generationally, there could be older people who have a lot of work experience who
Mhm.
just never went to college.
Yeah.
but could we live with some what do you call it? Some college education preferred? Right. How do we say that?
In this case, maybe experience rather than education, you know?
Well, you could,
Yeah.
I mean, April, I think that the way you said it, you could definitely put that in there. But were you saying it was an issue that would need to be taken in the select board because it might affect the grade?
Well, it might affect the grade,
What did you
I
say?
think if it was required, it would affect the grade,
But not if it's
right?
preferred.
not if it's just
Yeah.
preferred.
What did you say,
You know.
April? I'll put it here and then I can always ask the
Yeah,
select board.
some college, preferred. Or,
Some
an
college
associate's, yeah.
education?
Some
Preferred
college
or helpful?
College education or college experience, college coursework,
education.
college course.
Preferred. Yeah,
Well,
I would
some
say
college courses.
preferred, because I think that, April, the point you're making is that you would prefer that. It's not necessarily, I mean, it might be helpful depending on the coursework, but if
Mhm.
somebody has college courses, you know what I mean? I think preferred is more of what you're
Yeah.
looking for there.
yeah,
And did
Yeah.
you say courses, April? I put that in because I thought I heard
Yeah.
it jump out at me.
yeah.
How
Coursework.
about coursework?
How about
Mhm.
coursework? Yes,
One word. That's a common,
yeah.
yeah, okay. That's great. I like that, April.
Okay.
So I'll put that in a different color. Okay.
Where do you add thick skin?
That's an interview question. How do you handle stress? And give us an
Mhm.
example
I
of
think
when
that's
you've
ability
encountered
to communicate
adversity
effectively.
with a client or customer.
Yes. Don't take it home with you. Okay, that looks
I
good.
do think that we've talked, maybe there should be some customer service skill.
Hmm.
Thinking of if this is the person that's the frontline person in the town.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
that's
think
something,
that would be good. Customer service experience.
maybe under this.
Or ability to work with a diverse group of people.
Yep, that's what this says. Excellent interpersonal skills, ability to communicate
Oh, yeah,
effectively
yeah. That's
with diverse
brilliant.
individuals. Maybe
Yes.
put in something with customer service here, or maybe it needs to be on its own bullet. I don't know.
No, because I mean, I guess it depends how you define customers.
Yeah,
You know,
I
and I
just
know
wondered
we use that term more broadly now, but
We
if
do.
somebody worked,
But
for instance,
maybe this does say it without saying those words.
yeah, I
It
think it
does
does.
without saying those words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't like this ability.
As we go down,
Mhm.
should the item that is preferred go above the one that's helpful? So computer experience is preferred, but experience in municipal government procedures helpful. I see preferred as being,
Above
More
helpful.
required.
yeah,
More
required,
important.
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what we want to say. It sounds like experience in municipal government might be also preferred.
In this in so in, I think in a this is
Isn't
just
that
my
required?
personal opinion. I think in a situation where you have a TA, you do want the experience, you want municipal experience because there's so much to know.
Mm.
But I think in this position it can be learned. And
Okay.
showing, do you know what I'm saying? Like it can be helpful, right? To know that
Right.
Mm-hmm.
you know, XYZ doesn't happen at a municipal level in the same way it might happen in a corporate world. Um, you know, things happen much faster in a corporate world than they do in a municipality, just because there's boards and committees that are involved in doing a lot of different steps. So, you know,
So is computer experience or office proficiency more than preferred in this role?
Hmm.
Good question.
yeah, it really should be required
I would think. In today's world.
given everything going paperless.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kathy, what's the latest? I could look at a job description too, the latest way of saying, because we don't usually say computer experience anymore, right? It's
No, it's gosh, it's been a while since I've written these.
Mm.
Experience with office technology
or
or
uh, see what Google has to say.
yeah.
Oh God, Google has a lot to say.
And you want to say current experience, or there must be another way to say it. In other words, somebody who had, no, I guess that doesn't make sense. Anybody who is applying would hopefully have current.
You could say, yeah, I mean, did you just add proficiency, Melissa?
Huh? No, it was there.
Oh, okay. Because just Google had said like proficient with Microsoft Office, and you could say other computer, because I would imagine Excel could be really, is that part of Office? It is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So did you say proficient or proficiency with?
Well, it said they had proficient, but that's to describe your skill level. You can have advanced.
I like
Uh,
proficient. But that,
proficient with Microsoft Office. I mean, do you want to just say that?
Are there
Oh, but we
other?
do, we are
proficient
using
computer,
nouns in this one. Proficiency, yeah, it is proficiency.
Is it?
Yeah, because, sorry, Melissa, because you were right, because all the other bullets start with nouns. Noun-ish,
Microsoft
noun-ish,
Office.
must be open is a little tricky.
Proficiency with Microsoft Office, and
Wired.
we could put other
I know, I don't know what else there would
Yeah,
be.
no, we have Google, but I have some Google. Gmail is not a business format of.
What about and other current, like Kathy mentioned, current,
Oh, what'd she say,
for
Kathy? You
current
said-
office technology? Something like that,
Yeah, and
or current,
there's other technology as required or something,
Yeah,
because there are other things they're going to be working with as they're developed for
yeah,
municipal.
I like
use,
office,
right?
I think you said office, that office technology is required.
Did I have it? Catch it right?
Yeah,
I think that works.
yeah.
And we're not saying
No,
it's
they might be
preferred.
making that newsletter. They might be doing, graphic design and using
I'm making a
Adobe and all
pivot
kinds
table
of things.
dance. in
Photoshop.
Excel.
AI.
AI or, well, they're taking minutes, right? So they listening and typing at the same time.
mhm.
And there may be some,
And chewing.
and then we have the municipal government,
Yep.
which is helpful.
Yep.
That's good.
Ability to manage frequent interruptions. Stressful office environments.
Yeah, that's scary.
I
You
kind
might
of like
want
the ability to multitask, manage frequent options with a Oxford comma and sometimes stressful office environment.
I think you should add multitask because some days it's like that.
Yeah.
Is multitask one word or two or hyphenated?
I think it's one word these days.
I
Yeah.
do too. I think it's one word.
Here's our Oxford comma. Bink.
Well, one question about, you would need a verb here before sometimes, which I think you need because if you read it as manage sometimes stressful office environments, it makes it seem like they're in charge. Is it navigate or is it, I don't know if navigate's right, but and what are the office environments plural? And why
It
are
should
they
be office
stressful?
environment.
Really management.
Is it more like
Would it
highly
be,
highly demanding? I mean, I think the
That's it.
stress thing is a little,
yeah, I was just gonna say demanding.
yeah,
It's demanding office environment, better than stressful. Stressful is a little scary.
yeah, and it might suggest that the people who work there are
Are stressful.
creating
Yeah.
the stress, which I don't think is the message we want to send.
Oh,
No,
right.
I think you're right. I think and someone's determination of stressful, or one person
Yeah,
is
exactly.
something. It's a word that means something different to other people.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you need a
Stressful.
verb there, handle, or what do you want to do with that?
Multitask,
Demanding.
Yeah.
I liked the word navigate. I thought
Yeah.
that was,
Yeah.
Navigate works.
yeah, I thought that was kind of a nice word.
It's true. This poor person's going to be navigating.
For some people, that's
Well,
exciting though, so you never know.
We talked about
That's
it.
a good point, Kathy.
Yeah,
I
good
talked about it with Gabe that there's times where yes, it's really like on, and then there's quite a bit of time in a day that's not, because if you think about what Shutesbury's like, right? So everybody leaves, not everybody now, because COVID has sent us a lot of, so I'm working at home at times, but like there's not a lot of public in there all day long like you would have if it was in the center of a city or that such. So there is chunks of time where there's nothing there except all these other tasks to fill your day. Like the people aren't coming in large streams, but it is interruptions that
Mhm.
you have to be able to switch one task to another and then back to another and then 10 in between, and
and to be able to be diplomatic.
Mm.
yes,
So
that's a great
you-
word.
Do you want to say, and navigate an occasional demanding office environment?
I like that.
Yes.
Occasionally
As opposed.
demanding.
Yep. Just gonna say that. Was that your sister coming back in your
That
head?
was Sister Mary Lou Wright in my head.
Wait, what's her name? Sister Mary Lou what?
Oh, I had so many. That's just the one that was the most demanding.
She was not occasionally demanding. She was
No,
always-
she was frequently demanding.
And frequently interrupted.
Can we move the bullet just to finish? Yeah, move the one bullet over and also, the above, just put in proficiency with Microsoft. Whoops.
Add the bullet. Hold on one second. Oh, it wants to move it over.
If it's a pain, don't worry about it.
No,
It's pretty
okay.
obvious.
Get it over there. Get over there. I hate it when they act like
You
that.
have to know the
Independent.
typewriter stuff to how to use these things up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried and gave up when I was still working.
Yeah, I
hated
don't
using
like the
those.
tab stops. You see the small L's across the thing? I
Yep.
always get rid of tab stops.
Yeah,
And also you can move proficiency in, take off, computer. Can you do that too? Just for,
Theory. So in theory, yes. There we go.
Physical demands.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot there was another one. So I do have one on the first bullet. When we get to there, I'll talk about that one.
okay.
the first paragraph's fine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
So
I
the
don't know.
first
I
bullet,
didn't mark
it-
any- Yeah,
the first
sorry.
bullet says the employee must occasionally lift and or move up to 25 pounds. So
Boxes of
there
paper.
are two instances where it would be more than that, which is a bottle of water. They are 40 pounds apiece.
Ooh.
Ah,
And a box of paper, which is about the same.
Is there somebody in the office when that water has to be moved that could help?
Well, we have uh, the yes, I'm not sure of a diplomatic way to say it, but all of them are will probably potentially
They-
be more experienced in their jobs than this person, and
Okay,
physically
gotcha.
probably not as able to lift them. So
Is
we
there
have
a different
moved.
option for water than those
We
40
have
pound?
moved to the bottom feeder water coolers on the first
Uh-huh.
floor, so that it just needs to be slid and not lifted.
Yeah,
We're working with the custodian to make sure there's bottles that are continuously, when one disappears, another one is brought up from the basement, so that there won't be any lifting, at least in that way.
that's good.
And the elevator is being fixed, so no one should be lifting anything up the stairs.
Yeah,
Mhm.
40, I think 40 pounds is a lot.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
I come from the place I worked prior to my current my past employer. I was the one in the office moving them, all that stuff. So I do know that they do weigh more than 25 pounds.
Yeah.
I spilled a lot of water in my career.
Yes.
The cleanest floor and the cleanest
Getting it,
wall in the building.
flipping it on the, yep.
I
Stressful,
would like
yes.
to eventually move to, once we get the filters on town hall and get that, because of the PFAS and stuff, worked out. I do want to go to an inline water cooler with one of those blue lights, so that no one has to do water at all. It's hard plumbed,
Mhm.
That'd be great.
so you won't have to do any of that stuff. But until now, we have the bottom one where the probe goes in the bottom and it
Mm-hmm.
pulls it from the bottom, which is safer than
and
lifting.
what's the other thing about, you said paper, box of paper? How much?
A box of paper is 5 reams of paper, which is at least 40 pounds or more.
Ooh,
The drivers do bring them in and put them into the copy room, but they may have to be moved. So I think 25 pounds is a little unrealistic, is all that to
Should-
say.
Could we say up to 25 pounds, comma, possibly occasionally more, or,
Yeah, we could do that. I just think that if they think they're only lifting 25 pounds and
right?
Yeah.
Or
So the
something like,
interview process should include moving reams of paper and bottles of water.
Jugs of water, yeah.
Yes, and have a relay race.
just have weights on hand and see.
That's right.
What they
Here,
can
catch
do.
this.
the
Yeah.
other thing, Kathy, I don't know, is do you in your work did you have to list anything that was say the job has many repetitive motions? I know my last employer had to list that in everybody's job description.
We did, because pretty much every position in the factory was repetitive.
So how do people feel about adding that in here?
Is that an issue? Are you thinking of data entry and typing
well,
as?
it's mouse and data entry. The person does sit, it is repetitive.
Yeah,
But I don't know if this covers it,
yeah. I've never heard it quite spelled out that way, but
it may be something that my employer was making sure that was in there for whatever reason.
yeah,
But this actually describes everything that you would be doing.
it does.
Mhm.
It does. Because you've got the word regularly there, which
Yeah,
covers the repetitive nature, so.
Yeah.
I think I think leave it, but that's just my
That's
thought.
fine. It was just something that as I had read it earlier, that was the question I had.
Yeah.
Does everybody else feel that way? Is that okay
Yeah,
for?
that's fine.
Yep. That works.
Okay, we're down to work environment.
Oh, just two quick things in that one,
Uh-oh,
bullet, you need a comma after arms.
Oh.
And then in the next one, April, right there, she's got it.
Perception after perception. Yes. I
feel
can
like we
still
should
learn
start
new
town meeting
things.
next year with a trivia question. What is an
can't
Oxford
teach
comma?
old dogs new tricks. You can?
Yes,
That's right.
right?
And I
I'm
am
not
an old
saying it.
dog.
Yeah, you're not an old dog, April.
I am an old dog.
Well,
You're in good company.
I
was gonna
am.
say,
I know.
yeah, I speak from experience, only I don't learn the new tricks as well anymore.
Not as well. I can't do the old tricks as well.
Okay. Selection, let's see, work environment. Okay, we're on work environment. Any comments on work environment or the bullet?
No.
No.
Shouldn't that slash on affirmative action go the other way?
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a rogue backslash.
Oh, there you go, April. Good
Just
job.
Didn't look
It was
right.
a backslash kerfuffle. My goodness.
Caused by God knows what.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other comments? I had nothing.
just
Here.
that, sorry, Peg, just
Okay,
quickly.
and go right ahead.
The one at the end of the first paragraph, the omission of specific statements of duties does not exclude them from the position if the work is similar, related, or a logical assignment to the position. That last one, or a logical assignment, is confusing to me.
I feel like there could be
Does
a
it just
better
mean
word.
related? or relevant. I mean,
Or a,
Like if it makes sense that it should be assigned, but it was just excluded, it was omitted by accident,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay.
I think.
Exclude
That's what
them
it means.
from the
think that's
position.
what
Work
it
is
is, yeah.
similar.
In other words, you can't say every single thing you might come across. So you're just,
no. I don't think you could even put down every possible thing that.
no,
No.
no.
No, it's just like, it's just a weird, because there's similar, there's related, there's logical. I mean, it seems like it's saying the same thing. And also, if the work is similar to the position, is that what that reads?
I
Or
think that
similar to the tasks of the position? I mean, it's just an awkward construction in some ways.
Yeah, it is, now that you point it out.
yeah, I think the sentiment behind it is that, we've listed as much as we can think of, and then, a task could come your way that isn't listed here. The omission
Well,
of specific statements.
Where Anne mentioned the task, could you put in carrot, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be a carrot. Related or a logical assignment. Let's see, to the task of the position. Wait, how did you say that, Anne? That worked.
Well,
What
I
you
just
said?
don't know if you could say something like, does not exclude them from the position if the work is relevant to the position.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
just that in
And
it.
I live on I'm on a dirt road and there's like cars going by.
Can
Welcome
relevant
to
just
my world.
That works.
relevant cover all of it
Yes,
The work is relevant to
to the position?
to the position.
yeah,
That
that's
works.
perfect.
Ow. Shh, 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 shh. Okay. It's just Jesse. Okay. Um. Or you said relevant.
That
Yeah,
works.
so from the position, if the work is relevant to the position. I mean, to the position's a little repetitive, but I think that's fine.
So
You can't really-
or relevant to the position. Right here.
Yeah,
I would just strike
Let's
that
say
whole
relevant to the
phrase.
task, or relevant to the task, relevant to the
To the
position.
position.
So it does not exclude them from the position if the work is relevant to the position.
right.
So get rid of similar, related, or as well. And just use that one word relevant,
If it is relevant to the
because
position.
it covers, relevant covers all
Yeah,
those things.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like
And it's
that.
also broad enough, right, that you don't have
Right.
to. Great. Now I'm happy.
Oh, thank
God, so you said April.
When you go by Ann's house, very often she has a sign up, big time. I am not happy. And she'll say.
No, I appreciate you. I love doing this kind of stuff, so I appreciate
I
you all
know, and
helping
I'm,
me.
Well, where
I-
is the Oxford comma? She also puts that up on her house. I'm sorry, April, I interrupted you. What were
We
you
should
gonna say?
all
No,
wear
no, no.
comma t-shirts to annual town meeting and just confuse people. Like, hey, have some fun with it.
Speaking of Oxford commas, see above selection guidelines, above the S,
Oh, yeah.
That's a rogue
What
comma.
is that?
rogue.
A rogue comma. They're
It's a
just flying all over
revolution.
the place.
Where I don't see
I
that.
took it out. It was
It's
right
gone.
Get
Oh.
out.
here. See, right here.
Oh, I don't have that on.
Now
my-
you see it, now you don't.
Yep.
Okay.
That might have been a operator error tonight.
Could be.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't have it on my paper.
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
I think we're done at the end of this. Yeah.
Think so.
So should I move
gonna
to
see.
have this revised job or edited job description?
Toss back at the select board.
Yeah,
So move.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor? Ross, aye.
Brigham
Stein,
April.
Stein, I.
Make peace, O'Neill. I.
Okay.
Salvador, I.
Thank you all for your help.
Oh,
Thank
this is
you.
Sure, you're welcome.
This is
everyone.
interesting.
Yeah, it
Um,
is, it is.
No,
And
I'm glad this is being spelled out this way and really, putting clarity and sort of bumping up this position.
Mm.
I just, when we
I
were
think it's
discussing
been
it,
long overdue.
it kind of felt right, like an assistant town administrator, but maybe the whole office environment could benefit from this person, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
that's
So
good.
Melissa, or anybody, if the town administrator was in place, would that person be on the search committee for this position?
If they
I think
were,
so.
Yeah.
they would be, yes, they would be
Yeah.
helping with that process. But we have two, we will potentially have the two going on at the same time. So,
Right.
our current interim TA is really in tune because she was a TA in Orange. She is in tune with what the um, and I don't remember the title of the person that they had, um, whether it was admin secretary or in that position. So in this position here we're talking about tonight, um, knows the functions that they were doing to assist and to support the TA, which is helpful. So if we were doing a search, at least we do have Gabe helping us know where this person might fit there, from her
Right.
experience,
Does
given that we've
she-
elevated it beyond what we had prior. And so
Has she given us a definite time beyond which she won't be able to work? Or is she willing to work as long as, until we have a town administrator?
Rita's the one that's had that conversations with her, so I don't know. I have not asked her that question.
I think she's got a hard stop is what I remember from
She
our
may have,
interview.
yeah.
She was very clear, like, let's get the show on the road. I'm retired and I'd like to be retired. Because I tried to ask her, are you sure you would? Because I thought she was a great candidate. Are you sure you might not want to keep working and be our town administrator rather than interim? And she looked at me was very clear. No, I'm willing to do this for you. I'm happy to do this and I'm up for the challenge, but it's got a beginning and an end. So,
Yeah.
There is none. Okay. All right.
and even though the searches will be going on at the same time, we might get lucky if we find a great town administrator that is someone who knows of an assistant or maybe brings someone along who is interested in making a change. You never know. So it's not the end of the world that the searches are happening at the same time.
Hold on.
No,
a
the
sec.
only reason I brought it up, Kathy, was because if these two people are working closely together,
Mm,
it would be perhaps
Yeah,
helpful if the town administrator was part of the interviewing process.
I completely
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me bring that thought back to the select board. Maybe that is something that, um, things are working now mostly. So if it went on a teeny bit longer, let me
Yeah.
just ask them. I'll
Yeah.
Well,
pose
it
the
also
question.
really, if the town administrator, the new one is part of hiring this person, that really could cement a better working relationship.
Right.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know,
Yeah.
That's true.
so we can recommend that
Hmm.
if possible.
I'll take it back to them and just tell, I think those are valid, concerns, questions, or a good thought process to
Thanks.
Right.
have, because they are working close together, like
Hmm.
side by side. So
Um, are select board members still coming in the mornings? Like,
that's a good question. I believe Rita has still come in. Um, uh, I think I think Eric has too. Because I work during the day, I'm not able to do that. I've done some stuff after work, that needed to get done. I helped the ABCC process, um, get that going. So we're all taking a little bit of stuff here and there as our schedules are able to. Mine's more on the back end. Theirs are more during the day because they're too retired. So it's really a team effort at this moment. You know.
Well, much appreciated. I don't know if the town realizes, but this committee I know appreciates it.
Thank you.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
appreciate you noticing too. But it's good to have our hand in it. So when there is a new person too, that we can answer questions if we're able to, right? So,
Mhm.
Right.
Well, before I'm gonna ask for a motion to adjourn. Just a reminder that we're meeting, I think it's a week from Thursday, the 16th. And I can't remember what's on the agenda specifically, but,
do we want to keep that meeting since we met tonight, or
Yeah.
but we can if we want to formulate a plan for
Yeah, I
that's
mean, I think we have to start looking at salaries,
salaries.
recommend, and
cost of
COLA.
living, COLA.
Um,
Yeah, and I talked to George about that, and he said he was, the whatchamacallit, he isn't out yet. That we go to look at different town
Oh, the
positions.
FERCog,
FERCog.
oh
yes.
yeah,
And I don't know,
Yes.
do you know when that comes out, Melissa?
I'm going to look right now.
Okay, that might not be out by the 16th, but I've already talked with George and he would be happy to come with us and just talk with us.
Yeah,
Where
Because
are
we
we
had-
going? This year, we have to reevaluate the COLA and see
yes,
the policy we came up with, the formula, is it working? So we
Yeah,
can start talking
yeah.
about that. And when Melissa, when FERCog comes out, we'll be able to do more work on that.
Mhm.
But I think I think we need to hold that meeting, not that I love meetings, but.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
You
I
do.
do, I do. I love this. This is a great committee, I have to say. I think we're fabulous, but
I think
um,
so too.
I
think-
found one for FY 23, but I don't think it's the updated one.
No, I have one down for the 16th, which is a week
Oh no,
from.
no, the FERCog thing
Oh,
you
the
asked.
FERCog, sorry. What do you have?
Yeah.
What do you have? That's not the
It
updated
says
one?
FY 23. Doesn't say date of publish though.
Oh, well, George didn't, he said, and most likely it won't be out yet, and I remember, for some reason, February sticks in my mind, or maybe later in January. But
Yeah,
it would be
I
good,
want to say it was late January, early February.
yeah. Okay, but it would be good to be just talking about,
Yeah.
how we're gonna
Yeah.
go about the COLA.
exactly.
And go on with that, so keep your calendars open for a week from Thursday then, the 16th, okay?
You
Okay.
got it.
Mhm.
And do I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
You sure do.
Okay, all those in favor? Ross, aye.
Brigham, I.
Stein, I.
So Neil, I.
Salvador, I.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Thank
Thank you
you,
all.
ladies.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, this is a great committee. I agree with April. We're
Yeah.
moving on.
We have
We're
fun.
moving on. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Take
Thanks,
good care.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, I lost my cursor again. There we go.